everybody, welcome back to the Cupcake Jemma channel with me, Sally.
And me, Dane.
And guess what?
It's cookie time.
It is cookie time! And it's nearly Christmas, so we're gonna do a Christmas cookie, but it's very nearly Christmas. So we just wanted to say, in case you haven't already got the memo, you have got 10 days, people, before Christmas. Add this to your Christmas list.
Add it to your cart, add it to your shopping baskets.
Yeah, this has been out for like a couple of weeks now, and you guys have already been sharing some of your bakes with us using the hashtag Crumbs and Doilies book.
Yes, and we love seeing it, so keep on going.
Yes, now there are loads of great cookie recipes in here. Lots of the New York ones, some that you guys have seen before, and some brand new ones like the apple crumble cookie, which is all of our favourite cookie actually.
It is.
We love this one. This was a Nikki recipe. She loves all things kind of apple and cinnamony, so this is a dream. But today, we ain't showing you this one, I'm afraid.
We've got a new cookie.
We have.
Yes.
It's a Christmas one which is yet to be named because we already did the Christmas cookie which was like ginger and white chocolate.
Classic.
Classic, but this one is different. We have got Christmassy flavours like orange,
Pistachios.
we've got cranberries, and this stuff. This is rosemary, and this is because we were making this cookie the other day and Sam was like, can you make it taste like a Christmas tree? And we were like, sure.
Yes. What's more woody and herb-like, other than putting pine in it, than rosemary. And it's just from our little garden out there.
That Dane and I planted.
Yes.
And this is really the only thing that survived, so
Robust.
that's why it's in here. So yeah, rosemary is going into our cookie, and that doesn't mean it's going to be like savoury or anything. It
No.
kind of like cuts through the sweetness, rounds it all out. It really works. So again, you're just going to have to make these cookies and try for yourself.
Trust us.
Yes. So, shall we begin?
Let's begin.
With the unnamed Christmas cookie?
Yes.
Right, go on then.
Okay, we've got butter. It's cold and cubed straight from the fridge, and that's 230 grams going into the bowl. And we've got 160 grams of caster sugar and 160 grams of soft light brown sugar. And then I'm gonna put 1 zest of an orange in there and do it straight into the bowl so that you get all of the nice spritzes of oil in there using a microplane, so much easier.
And whilst Dane is zesting, I am showing my really high-skilled knife skills over here. Don't look too close, you people. I'm just chopping up the rosemary. I'm trying to get it quite fine because you don't really want like big chewy bits of rosemary in your cookies. So we are chopping it up, and we're looking for about 2 kind of teaspoons full of the rosemary. And we're going to put that in at the beginning as well because it's just going to help bring out as much of the flavour.
Then put the paddle attachment on, and then we'll get this mixing on a medium speed just for about 40-45 seconds until it starts to come into these nice buttery sugary nuggets. So this is exactly what you are looking for. You've got these nuggets of butter still in here. You can see the flecks of rosemary and the orange. This is going to be delicious.
It smells good already.
It does.
Love it. So now it's time for our other additions, and we've got chocolate, obvs, but only 200 grams today.
Why 200 grams?
Because we got other stuff.
Fair enough.
It's enough. 200 going in. White chocolate. If you wanted to do caramelized white chocolate, then, you know, go for it.
Yeah.
That would be delicious. We just didn't have time. But then we've got cranberries and some pistachios. So we've got 75 grams of dried cranberries here. These are quite big, and if you wanted to chop them up, then you could, but I quite like them whole because I like that kind of texture you get when you buy one.
Yes, yeah.
Delish. And then we've got lots of pistachios going in, but to start with, we've got 50 grams, and these ones are just kind of roughly chopped, and they're going to go in as well. And
then drop the mixer down and get it mixing again on a medium speed, just until it starts to come together. That is ready. It only took like 10 seconds. That's all it needs.
This is why these are great, because they're so quick.
So quick.
So quick and easy. Right, next up it is dry ingredients time. So we've got 500 grams of plain flour, and to that, as usual, we're going to go for 1 teaspoon of salt, sea salt of course, and then 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and finally some more pistachios. So we've ground up even finer, like almost to like flour, I guess. Another 50 grams. So we're going to put those in and then give that just a little wiggle around with a whisk, just to kind of give it all a little mix. That is done, and it's coming to you.
Thanks. And you know what's next? Just put it all in the mixer, and then we'll get it on to the same medium speed and just mix it until it starts to come together in a kind of breadcrumby consistency. Done. I'll just show you a little bit of what it looks like. So it's breadcrumby, and you can see all of the additions in between there. Cool. Now the last thing to add is eggs. Sally's got them.
Yes, we're going to add 2 eggs, 2 large eggs. And then before we add them, we're just going to give them a little mix just to break them up a little bit. And now we're going to add it straight into our bowl, beat it on a low speed until it all comes together.
Once you can hear your mixer kind of struggling a little bit, like, then it's kind of ready. All your mix is broken, but I didn't do that for you, just saying.
Don't blame us.
No. But the dough is ready once it's come together in this kind of clumpy form. So it's still, you can like tip it out on the surface and it's still like separate bits. It's not like one mass of dough. Does that make sense?
Just do it already.
I'll just show you. See, okay, it's all mixed.
Better happen now, hadn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
There we go. So it's like all clumpy still. We're gonna clump it together into balls. So, yeah, we're gonna do it in 125 grams because that is like NY cookie fashion.
Especially it's Christmas. I'm gonna go 150.
Oh, I just did 157, so you would have been in luck, but it looked a little bit too big.
Cool, so then once we weighed it out, we're gonna gently squish these together. We don't wanna roll balls because we want these to be all chunky and delicious. And over kind of balling them will make them smooth and just not as cool as our cookies. But that's not where this ends. We are now gonna coat these in even more pistachios. So I've got another kind of 75 grams of pistachios here, which we've chopped up in the food processor, and I'm just gonna squish the nuts onto it. Oh, and it looks great. And then once they're done, we'll put them into a tray or a Tupperware container, and we're just gonna keep on rolling. Now guys, if this is the first New York cookie recipe you have watched, then where have you been? It's okay. Welcome to the channel. There is a full New York cookie playlist, and we'll put a link to that in the description box below. But it might shock you to know that we now have to freeze these.
We do. They need to go in the freezer for at least 2 to 4 hours, depending on how cold your freezer is. But they need to be like rock solid before we bake them, or else they're not going to come out nice and golden and crispy on the edge. But like magic, we have prepared some earlier.
Yeah.
So, yes, you don't have to wait 2 to 4 hours. Well, you could if you want to, like go swimming, whatever you want to do.
Go swimming? Okay, sure, go swimming. Right, now they are ready to bake. We're going to bake from frozen.
Yes.
We have got the oven on. It's preheated to 190 degrees C, which is super duper hot. But like Dane said, we want to get that crispy outer coating, so we want a hot oven. So we've got a baking tray in there ready, and I'm going to see how many we can fit onto this rather small baking tray. What do you reckon? 5?
Oh yeah, 1 more.
Okay, 5. Let's go.
Great.
So those are going to bake for 16 minutes until they are golden and crispy. They smell incredible, especially when they were baking.
Filled the room with aromas like you couldn't believe.
Christmas aromas. Maybe we could make a Christmas candle that smelled like this. Business idea. Right, anyway, let's break these open and show you guys how beautiful. I hope they look. Oh yeah, look at that. Bejeweled.
Ooh, yes.
Say?
Bejeweled. There's nuggets of cranberries and pistachios, and it's still very gooey.
Yes, they have cooled down for about 20 minutes, which is like the perfect. Oh, he's going in. I
Sorry.
really want to tell you about this, but I just want to eat it.
Very crunchy on the top.
Because of those nuts.
Rolled them in the nuts. The cranberries are nice and chewy and sweet.
I love
a
it.
tiniest bit tart, maybe?
It's perfect. You get the orange and the rosemary, like, it's like the perfect amount of each.
The rosemary, yeah, don't forget about that. Yeah.
You see, it's not like overpowering, it's just that.
It just adds that like warmth to it.
It's great. This is really good.
Yeah.
Yes, I would take full credit for it, but I can't because Sam was the one that made us put the
Joint-
rosemary in it.
Yeah, joint effort. I
Props
snipped
to
it from the
him.
garden.
Oh my
We
god.
chopped it up.
Oh, you did such a good job. This is so good. I really want to eat more.
Well, you
But
can afterwards.
I will afterwards. So this is not one of the recipes in the Crumbs and Doilies book, but that's okay. If you want to get your hands on a printable, downloadable version of this recipe, then join us over on patreon.com/Cupcake Jemma. You can join our bake club, and we put printable recipes every single week for every recipe that we do here on the channel.
We do indeed. And of course, if you want to get your hands on the Crumbs and Doilies recipe book, you can head over to crumbsanddoilies.co.uk or cupcakejemma.com and you can get yourself a copy for you, or if you want to gift it as a present,
Yes.
it's a perfect time.
There's signed copies as well. If you want to get a signed copy by Gemma, then they're available on there as well.
Yeah.
You can come to Crumbs and Doilies in Soho and get a copy too.
You can.
And if you've already got one, and you've bought it from us, ding ding, you get this cute little bookmark, which is great because then you know where you're at, but you get these little vouchers at the bottom which you can redeem in Soho for a free cookie and a free cupcake. So you can come and see us and say hi and have a jolly good time.
Yeah, indeed.
Great! So I think it's nearly Christmas, but there's one more recipe before Christmas, so we'll be back next week with hopefully something Christmassy.
Yes, and we do have another idea for a cookie as well. Just saying.
Just saying. Just saying. We can't tell you more because we've not even baked it yet.
We haven't. Well, no, but we will.
It's in here.
It's in here. And
Which is sometimes a good thing, sometimes they're not a good thing.
But we'll leave you with these.
Yes, enjoy. Tag us on Instagram using #CupcakeJemma, Crumbs and Doilies. See you next week.
Enjoy. Oh, we'll go in.